Okay, so this is a new camera. Well, not new, but first time I'm going to use this camera to try to make a YouTube video. So hopefully this works better than in the past. So just want to show you what I've kind of been working on. So the weather hasn't been that great, but so I started doing the interior of the castle. This piece here needs to be filled in with spray foam and needs to be filled in with skulls. So I actually started to get some milk jugs so I can make some skulls. I only need to make the front side, so I've been using this skull here. Just making the skulls out of the milk jug so I could actually, with the spray foam, I'll just mount them something like that, and then they'll go more down on the corner. So that's those. And then if you walk in, so there's a bunch of junk right now here. I'm going to clean that up, but I have these pieces from Hobby Lobby. They were on sale. Had them from last year, and so I mounted these. Here is where the Frankenstein monster is going to go. I still have to make the framework to for the corner this way. That's why you see the tarp pushing in this way, is because there's no corner there yet. So once I make a corner, then that'll fix that problem. No water gets in here. I have a tarp above, so that helps. I've also started to work on the interior wall, paper-ish, if we want to call it. So when you come in, this is going to be on the wall. It's going to be fairly dark, so if you don't see, so you're not going to see any like imperfections as bad as right now in the daytime. So I actually kind of like it like this, very rough looking, because it's going to just going to add to the old ruin look, or old abandoned look, kind of, you know. Just adds a little more spookiness to I think the whole atmosphere. Now the lighting, I have this lantern here that I got at Party City, and I'm actually not going to have this lantern here because I think it's not because I just don't like that the bottom is exposed, that you could see that this is where you put the batteries. So and I don't want to really lower this, because if I lower it, somebody could easily hit themselves with it. So my idea is to and you can see I have a metal bracket there that is holding the lantern. So my idea is I'm going to get some lighting that will shoot down in this area here. There's going to be a cover covering this spot right here, and then as we come over this way, this is where the vampire is. Again, I had to cover him because of the rains we've been having and winds. And to come this way, you can see I put more of that cover, wall cover. It's actually not a wall cover. It's actually it's like a paperish cover that you use when you're doing flower decorations. So like if you were going to give somebody a bouquet of flowers, you might use this to wrap the flowers with. So that's what this stuff is. I know there was a place that was closing down that they had a bunch of different things, and I ended up getting a pack very cheap of like 50 of these sheets, so I'm using that as a kind of like a wallpaper. So I still have to cover this side with this same material. To adhere it, I'm just using clear coat. That's gonna for sure keep it on. If any water even comes inside it here, it's gonna keep this from peeling off. So have more to cover all the way to the bottom, and then as you exit the castle, haven't done too much out here yet. This is a daytime view, so you can see this is where right there you can see that's where the water comes down. It looks a little green. That's because, well, the pool's kind of greenish already, but I've also added water. I mean, not water, but added paint, some dye to the water to give it a more swampy-ish look, or natural greenish look to it. And so that's how this is going. And then I added the wall here. That's to keep this area as keep this area one area, and then keep this section different. So that's what this inside of the castle is looking like so far. I do have these streamers up here that just have them out of the way for now. But yeah, so far this is how it's coming out, and hopefully this video is okay. There's choppers and cars going by, but hopefully hopefully the audio is better on this video. So yeah, so stay tuned to more updates. Stay tuned to more content. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and see you in the next one.